What is up, everybody? This is going to be an exciting video here. I'm actually going to be painting the engine bay. I finally got the paint. I am a little sick, but I don't know. I just can't not paint this car now that I have the paint for it. So I'm excited to paint the engine bay. I decided on, it's called Amber Gold Metallic. It's actually a 2010 Mustang color. So it's a pretty cool color. I feel a little weird about painting a Mustang color. I'm not a Ford guy, but should come out okay. I really like the color, so it should be cool. So I got my garage all set up, as you can see, paint booth style. Yeah, just some tarps up. This side is the side that I don't paint on, and then over here where the car is, you can see got all my stuff set up here, and I got my light that I'm going to plug in, but everything's taped off and bagged off. I went ahead and scuffed everything with a scouring pad, so should be ready for our base coat to stick. I got a little paint mixing table here, and everything that might get paint on it, I covered with towels, like the block and the cylinder heads on the other side of the tarp here, and the oil pump and stuff in here, because I'm painting with metallic paint. And metallic paint has little pieces of metal in it, so I don't want that anywhere near my engine parts. So we should be okay with towels over everything. And I'll have the garage door open a crack and a fan in this window here to keep the air moving. And I wear a respirator, obviously. But yeah, so we're going to get to work here and start mixing some paint and painting. I'll see where I leave you guys. I'm going to try to not get any overspray on the camera, but we'll see what I can do. So I'm about to get started here. I have my color, which is the Amber Gold Metallic, and it's TranStar medium solids. So I'm going to mix this 1-to-1 using urethane grade reducer. Yeah, this is all pretty basic stuff. I do the same stuff every time I paint. So we got our 1-to-1 marking here on our container. I'm going to go ahead and put my mask on before I open this paint. You got to be safe when you're working with automotive paints. This stuff is toxic, and you do not want to breathe it in. You need adequate ventilation. So once I mix this paint, I'm going to get the ventilation fired up. Alright, so I got my mask on. Open it up here. I've already been shaking it for a little while. I let it sit next to my fireplace all night long, so the paint is pretty warm. If you can see in there, pretty nice looking gold. You can probably see it on the cap better. But yeah, I'm excited. So I'm going to give this a stir. Make sure there's nothing in my cup. Give this a little stir, make sure all the metallic is mixed in. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and mix. I'm going to mix up to the 2 mark. That should be enough paint. Actually, let's go to the 1 and see where that gets us. I don't want to mix too much paint. So, that's right there. And then we're going to go ahead and add our reducer. Alright, now we're going to just mix it really good. You can see it thins it up a bit. As you can see, that's looking really nice. Nice and thin, that's what we want. Get good atomization. So I'm going to set the camera up here so it doesn't get overspray on it. Maybe throw a towel on it. Alright, so I finished up painting. I'm pretty happy overall with the result. It came out really good in most areas here. The only areas that did not come out good were the areas where I used that different primer that I wasn't liking. And basically all the base coat kind of bubbled up on me. So it's like only on this front radiator support and everything here. So what I did was I just didn't clear coat it. I clear coated everything else. And I'll just tape that off, sand it, and base clear it, I guess, again after hitting it with a different primer maybe. Just because, you know, I need to get that to look nice. That's kind of the first and foremost thing you see is right up front, and it looks like crap. So gotta fix that, but everything else looks really good. You guys probably can't tell how glossy it is. Maybe you can, yeah. It looks pretty good. I mean, there's nothing like a real automotive clear coat on something. So really stoked, love the color. I'm really happy with the way it came out. So stay tuned, we'll be finishing up this paint job, and I'll take the tape off and everything in the next couple of days. Alright, so I am sorry about the fan noise in that last clip. I had my ventilation going, but since then, one day has passed, and I just came back and took a little bit of 180 grit sandpaper, sanded all those wrinkles out. It's not perfect by any means, there's still some in the corners, but you know what, this is an engine bay, and I'm not going to get crazy. I'm already getting crazy, so it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some primer, and I figured while I'm breaking the paint on again to shoot, I might as well do the underside of the hood. So I'm going to prime this, and while this is all drying, see if I can, I don't know, peel off those stickers, either tape off or remove the rubber pieces there for the seal, and then start scuffing that, and I might hit that with a quick coat of primer, and then I'll be able to spray that gold too with hopefully the rest of the base coat that I have, and I'll be pretty stoked because that'll look really nice when you open the hood. But yeah, so for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and slap some more primer on here, and what I think this was, I'm like 80% certain that it was me dragging the air hose over the front of the car while I was painting the inside of the car. I tried my best to hold it up, but I think at times it ended up on there, and the air hose, I guess, is dirty. You can see it looks a little greasy, and I think that grease just really messed me up. So I don't think it was the primer, or else it would have happened everywhere. And it didn't happen here. So I would assume it had to have been because I dragged the air hose over it. So make a note of that. And that just goes to show you how important it is to have a clean painting surface. Because just the smallest amount of grease on my radiator support here completely ruined my job. But the rest of it looks good. So we'll touch this up and it'll all look really nice. So in the meantime, what I've been doing is trying to clean up the underside of this hood. It looks much better. I got like some lacquer thinner here, and I've just been using paper towels. And like for the stickers that are here, what I like to do is, there's like a protective coating. I peel that off first, and then I just lay down the paper towels right here, and then just drench it in the lacquer thinner. And what that does is it just soaks, and it allows it to not like evaporate right away. And then it just soaks on this, and I'll leave it for, you know, maybe even 20 minutes to a half hour, and then, you know, I can peel that off, and then it's more scrapable, and then I was able to use a razor blade to scrape it off relatively easily, both of those. This one came off without any trouble. But yeah, no, there's no stickers on it, so it should have a nice clean look. I took the molding off, but I left all the clips. I think that's the better way to do it, because these clips would probably all break, but the rubber's still pliable, so yeah, we should be good. So that method I was talking about, I'll show you now on this sticker here, but I just have lacquer thinner on here. I'm just getting this piece of paper towel really soaked, and then I'll just put it down on here, like this. Soak the back of it really good, and then this whole thing is soaked. And then I'm just going to let this sit for, you know, we'll give it 10 minutes or so. So now I can come back to this and remove our thing there. It's been soaking, and the razor blade should just, you know, take it right off pretty easily. Just walk it back and forth the whole way down. And looks like I took off the top layer, but yeah, so I just wiped it down one more time, and then I scraped it with the razor blade, and now it's gone. So yeah, easier way to do stickers than sitting there peeling them or trying to razor blade them without any solvent or anything. You gotta get rid of that adhesive. So now I'll hit this with a scouring pad. So I was able to hook up this little wire wheel here to my air compressor, and I went through and I just took everything down to almost bare metal. We are at metal in a lot of places, but I just wanted to make sure we were good, and then I hit it all with lacquer thinner. So I'm letting it dry off now, flash off, and then I'm going to go ahead and prime all this stuff. And I have the hood pretty much ready too. So I'm going to get the ventilation going in here, wear a mask, and just hit this with a round can too. It looks pretty good. All scuffed, no stickers or anything like that. So should be able to get a nice coat of paint on here, provided we have enough base coat left. And yeah, so it should look pretty good. So I did go ahead and paint the radiator support and the underside of the hood, and it came out awesome. I'm really stoked with how it came out. It's super glossy. It looks great. I mean, anything you hit with an automotive clear coat is just going to really shine, and it's going to last too. So I'm really excited about this. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I already started taking a lot of the tape off so that I can just get a feel for what it's going to look like. A lot of it's really on there, and I'm going to be picking at it, but now I can finally start putting this engine bay back together and throwing stuff back in here because, you know, it's finally painted. So I'll give you guys a look at what it looks like, and hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like the color. Hopefully it's not too crazy, but I love it personally. I think it looks awesome, and I'm really stoked. This is like a huge milestone for me to finally have the bay painted, because now we're officially assembling the engine bay and the motor and everything, so I can start working out all my stuff like wiring and, you know, routing of all these pipes and stuff. So yeah, I'll stop talking and I'll let you guys see. But I'm really happy with the way it came out. It looks awesome. Radiator support is now nice and glossed up. See if I can get the light in here a little better. But yeah, you can see nice and all along. You know, there's a great contrast going on there between the black, and I'll also show you that I got the hood painted. So now the hood is gold as well. So that going on top of here is gonna, you know, tie everything all in together. So yeah, I think it looks really awesome. This is definitely where I'm going to cut this video off. I've done quite a bit of painting, but I think we are finally ready to take this to the next step. So I'll leave you guys off with this image here. And yeah, I'm really stoked about this. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and stay tuned to see the rest of this rebuild. Thank you.